Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Shalhoub, along with Tommy Lahren, Jason Chaffetz, and Alicia Acuna. And welcome to the big weekend show. The big story tonight, are you being spied on this Labor Day weekend?
We will have our drone teams out there, starting tonight all the way until Monday morning.
New Yorkers may have to entertain an unwanted guest at their cookouts as the NYPD is using drones to check out backyard parties.
If a caller states there's a large crowd, large party in the backyards, we're going to be utilizing our assets to go up, to go check on the party, to make sure if the call is founded or not, and we'll be able to determine how many resources we need to send to that location for this week.
And there's expected to be a record amount of people in the friendly skies this holiday weekend, but it's already a nightmare for some travelers at airports across the country, with about 2,500 delays today alone. But Mayor Pete says we're on an upward swing.
Most of the rough days that we did see this year had to do with storms that affected hubs, which then had cascading effects. When we look at delays that are attributed to the national aviation system, which does not include things that are under airlines' control, what we see is that about 2.6% of delay minutes had to do with air traffic control staffing issues. I would like to see that number at 0, but it has improved substantially from what we saw a year ago.
So how big a problem are flight delays really? It's only September, and 21% of them have been delayed so far this year. That's already more than the total for all of last year. But not to worry, Mayor Pete is just like us.
Hopefully my flight's on time.
He's making a joke about it. Hopefully my flight's on time. Well, he knows that they're late, Alicia. What is your personal impression of what's going on with flights? Because we see all the stats, but I've been flying for years and years. Right. It's never been worse than this. In my personal, that's the way I see it.
Same. Yeah, and every time I come in to do this show, I say what the secretary said. I hope my flight's on time, and almost always it's delayed. It was delayed this time, and that's not just me. It's everybody out there. You can see the frustration, you can hear it in their voices, but you can also tell with the people who are working in the airlines. We are dealing right now with a pilot shortage, an airplane mechanic shortage, as well as those who work up in the towers. So you have all of those shortages, you end up with a shortage of patience, right? And everybody's frustrated. And they're so frustrated, I think, because they know what's going on. And to be talked to as if they aren't aware of what is going on all around them only decreases the value that they see in this position.
Yeah. I want to talk about the holiday weekend. We got drones spying on us, Tommy. Let's take a look. I want to show this video of Republican Joe Borelli. He's the New York City Council minority leader, and he's concerned about privacy.
The fact that the police want to just drone into your backyard to see how many people you're having at a party, it really is a scary step for policing in general. We also live in a very vertical city, so is it safe to say that the police could now potentially use a drone to peek into apartments high up in the sky?
Yeah, they're not just looking down, they're looking in the windows, like rear window there. I don't like this at all. I don't like drones, and I don't know what they are going to do about it. We should have had legislation on this already.
So my first reaction to this is, are you freaking kidding me? We've got a crime problem in New York City, but the resources are going to be to break up large barbecues. People are barbecuing too hard. Large parties are gathering. They got the drones to monitor noise complaints, things of that nature. In this city, you're kidding me. That is the priority, not smash and grabs, not theft, not crime in the streets, not people just taking people out on subway platforms, but the drones need to monitor barbecues. Furthermore, I feel like this is also setting us up for COVID 2.0. It's going to be, when we have these decrees, which are going to happen, especially in liberal cities, no more than 8 gathering in a place. And then they're going to say, well, guess what? We've got the drones. We tested it out over Labor Day weekend. We're ready with the drones. If you're gathering, if you're having fun, if you're unmasked, right? I can see this coming down again with COVID 2.0. I don't like it. And the priorities to me are astonishing.
It's true. It's about the priorities. Jason, that's so right, what Tommy said. The fact that we can stop crime now and we're not doing it. There are cameras, there's surveillance in all these stores, but the smash and grabs go on, and we watch the videos here. So how is more video going to help this if they're not willing to enforce the law?
Well, it's not just video, and that's what's scary about it, because I can tell you, when I was in Congress, we had oversight hearings about this very thing. And what the FBI is doing, for instance, with facial recognition, they did it on Black Lives protesters, they did it on January 6th, they did it in other situations where they actually go in and capture your facial recognition, then try to match it up to the database within the, so if you get your driver's license and your 17-year-old daughter has her face out there, that's already in a government database.
Yeah.
But we're different in America. If you're a suspicionless American, you're not supposed to be in that database. It would have been a lot easier to collect your DNA or hair sample or fingerprint when you're born, but we don't do that. You have a fundamental Fourth Amendment right to privacy in this country, and these yahoos think that they can just throw up drones and start looking in your backyard.
Yeah.
And there better be some limits on it soon, because what they're doing with it is more than, oh, we just want to see if there's too many people barbecuing. That is not what they're collecting that information, and then they're matching it up to other things.
Yeah, and privacy advocates really go to the point that Jason is making there, is that the slippery slope is very real. So this is Labor Day weekend, fine. So then you go to another holiday weekend, and then it's very easy for the city to say, well, we did it Labor Day weekend, we're going to do it now. What privacy experts worry about is that they start with this, and then folks eventually get used to it, even if they've protested it at the beginning, because eventually they don't feel like they have a choice. And then this could be something that's monitored on a daily basis in this fashion.
I don't even know who qualifies as a privacy expert anymore, because the ACLU was AWOL all during COVID. They were no good, but we do get a statement from the ACLU. Let's see what they say here. They say it's troubling, so I'm glad to have them on our side. What do they say? It says it's a troubling announcement, and it flies in the face of the post-act. Deploying drones in this way is a sci-fi inspired scenario. So yeah, of course, listen, I'm glad when the ACLU comes on board,
right?
Because they've been missing. You live in the South, Tommy. I mean, do you think that if there are drones flying over people's property, I think they're going to take them out?
Yeah, so I'm from South Dakota, so this would never fly in South Dakota.
Yeah.
You fly a drone over a farmer or a rancher, and that thing's going to be down in 2.2 seconds. Same thing in Tennessee, anywhere in the South. It would not last. In New York City, though, I'd be surprised if they lasted here as well. I don't think that people, and this might be a unifying issue, actually, I don't think that there are any Americans, maybe Gen Zers out there, who are, not bothered by being spied on by communist China on TikTok. Maybe they're okay with it, but I think this could be a unifying issue. I don't think anybody wants the idea of any type of law enforcement or any type of government entity spying over your party, seeing what you're doing, flying overhead. And you're right, let's think about all the high rises here, flying across somebody's bathroom window. I mean, there's a lot of issues here. And again, the priorities. How much is this costing, by the way? I'd like to know that as well.
Oh, plenty, but they have the budgets for it. They like these gadgets. Jason?
This is also an FAA issue. So where's Mayor Pete on this? Because who owns the airspace? If you have a backyard, and let's say you have an acre lot, is that airspace at 200 feet? Is it at 10 feet? Is it at 1 inch? The FAA thinks it owns all of it. So 1 out of every 5 flights in this country right now is delayed, 2,500 today. And Mayor Pete's out there saying, oh, gee, I wish my flight, I hope it's not late. You goofball, go figure this out and go create some rules about drones. If you have a drone over your yard, who are you supposed to call? Your local
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is who you call for this.
You call Smith & Wesson or Browning, and they can take care of it. I can tell you that.
Well, Mayor Pete is famous for talking about racist roads, but Mayor Pete's deputy, Andrea Marapello Colomina, has a statement. I want to read her tweet. She says, it's very simple. All cars are bad. What do you think of that, Alicia?
That was it. That was
all
the
cars
tweet.
are bad. Well, I mean, I got to give it to her for brevity.
Yeah.
But he's the transportation secretary. Obviously, he's got it in for automobiles.
And she's on this advisory board, right? And what she says is she's not trying to get rid of cars, but she is pushing the secretary so that Americans would be less dependent on private use cars. Okay, let's just see how that would fly. She works for the new school here in New York City. Try that in South Dakota. Try that in Utah. Try that in Colorado. Try that anywhere where people are driving their cars every day, and they need to. Otherwise, things shut down, their businesses shut down, they can't go to work. So yeah.
And let's also keep in mind, public transit is often the answer that they like to use. I lived in LA for 3 years. I would never go on public transit because I wouldn't want to see homeless people defecating, pulling their pants down. I mean, I'm sure it's the same situation here in New York City, other major cities. So they always push towards this public transit option. Well, you're either going to be pushed off a subway platform, you're going to have to watch a homeless person tweaking out. I don't think so. And you're right, this is not going to fly, but watch them move us closer and closer to something like this. They want to have drones in your backyard. They want to tell you that all cars are bad, so maybe you should drive less. Now we're entering into maybe COVID 2.0, the control that they got in 2020. It's not lessening. When you give your rights away, there's a precedent that is set, and unfortunately now we're going down the toilet bowl with all these precedents.
Well, everybody have a great weekend. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.